All right, so let's talk about music here real quick. So for original score, we'll talk about that first. I've got The Book Thief, Gravity, Her, Philomena, and Saving Mr. Banks. I will talk about Saving Mr. Banks here for a second. I don't remember. I mean, it's about Mary Poppins. It's about the making of Mary Poppins. A lot of the Mary Poppins music is in that. So, the actual score, like the underlying music, I don't remember if it reused a lot of that or not. So, I don't know. That one's an easy sort of like nomination. I also really liked Saving Mr. Banks. That was another one that I thought maybe got a little snubbed. I understand why it didn't because it's a little sappy, and I imagine people didn't really think much of it. But I liked it a lot, and I thought some of the acting in it was really good. I also really loved Her. Yeah, I love the music in Her. It really just everything in that film was just so well put together. The music was definitely a big part of that.
Yeah, my favorite of these is Her. When Will Butler and Owen Pallett, both current and ex-members of Arcade Fire, so a band that a lot of people like, but it didn't sound anything like Arcade Fire at all, which I'm very glad it didn't.
Yeah.
And it was just such a like graceful music. It didn't intrude, but it added so much to it.
Yeah. No one else cares about music.
John Williams, I mean, he's the Catherine Martin of this category, right? He's going to be nominated every year.
That's what they always call it.
Whatever he poops out at the end of the year is going to be nominated.
Yeah, I did not see The Book Thief, so I can't speak to it.
Yeah, I'll just say Gravity again.
Yeah.
I like the music in that too.
I did too, but I will kind of go along with what James was saying. Just sort of how the music in Her it kind of just moved the film along at points when it really needed to just kind of like go into like not montage mode, but just kind of like okay, we're going from here to here, and let's.
And it's such an interior movie that it needed something added to it.
Yeah,
and I thought the music really helped.
Because not only, I mean, for the most part, you've got two characters, I suppose, in the movie, but really one physical person in the room. You kind of needed something else to kind of motivate the viewer to feel one way or the other. So I'll have to kind of lean towards that one, although very possible Gravity could take that one. But it's so hard to sort of, as you're watching Gravity, to because it's so tense. I mean, the music is very effective at times.
Yeah, I don't remember the music in Gravity.
You remember the
all.
feeling,
but
I'm sure it was motivated by the music. And again, that's kind of the same thing with Her. It's emoting an emotion for you, but I think it's a little bit more memorable because you're not freaking out for yourself and for the other characters on screen. Or maybe you were just freaked out the whole time during Her, and that's your own prerogative, I guess.
Yeah, okay. So for original song, we have Happy by Pharrell Williams, Let It Go, The Moon Song, and Ordinary Love. Happy has become one of those cultural phenomenon songs.
But not necessarily with Oscar voters.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's my point.
You kids and your happy music.
Yeah. I don't think this is one that is gotten into the 65 and older demographic that is the Oscar voters. Let It Go, on the other hand, I think definitely has. That is the one that I think is the most obvious choice in this category.
Yeah.
It's become that sort of like it's more like a Broadway hit, It's like something that old people will pay attention to.
Yeah, it's an old style, cartoon song, but also it made a lot of money. The soundtrack is one of the biggest selling records of the year.
Well, and they're showing the film with a sing-along track. That's pretty crazy.
Well, it's still in release, which is, I think, the first time this has happened like this.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is a phenomenon unto itself, and I think it will be awarded here. Though I did love the song, that Moon Song from Her. And, I always tend to think that U2 is going to win everything. So, I really didn't like Ordinary Love, the song from the Mandela film that they did. It's nominated, I think, probably because they needed to pay lip service to the Mandela film and also to U2. So we do have some people here, though, Pharrell Williams and U2, who could get EGOTs if one of them wins.
That's true.
If one of them wins this, it would be on their way to the EGOT. So
that's true.
I think something to keep an eye on.
This is the tricky one for a musician.
Yes.
This is the tricky one for a musician. Yeah.
Well, Eminem got one. So he's,
That's
you know,
true.
there's
Yeah.
still a possibility for him to get
I don't
in,
know
guys.
his Tony chances.
Hey, you never know. They could take 8 Mile to Broadway.
Yeah, in 20 years when he doesn't have anything else to do, he'll write a musical,
Yeah,
and then
I'm sure.
they'll just
A
take
very
his songs
angry
and make a
musical.
musical, and yeah.
A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.